God hand alert. God hand alert. Ooh. Well, it's just as well they quit because our freaking starting hand would have been Dark Ritual into Liliana, so you can taste my niblets. All right, we get to go first. The hand's okay, actually. It's pretty good. Ragga Dragger. So it's, what, Mana Dork Tribal? Let's go. We've got Kill Spell. We've got access to red with a key. So that should be good to get us into the Valki later on. If they drop Mana Dork, we will grasp it to hell and back. Fantastic. Now we have access to red. We are looking good. We can also get the key to the archive the following turn, but we'll see what they do. Nice thing here is we can discard the Croxer to the key, and we can then replay the Croxer a bit later. Ornithopter. How worried am I about? Probably not. I'd rather just go for the key first to get some more red mana out as well. Time Warp. We should not have access to that. We really should not have access to that. I mean, we probably won't soon, because if they kill the key. Okay, Beast Whisperer. So, first things first. How much is this? We only have one mana open. Probably don't want to do that. Seize. So we can go Seize and Elspeth's Nightmare, or we can go just do the things. We definitely want to go for this. Kill the Beast Whisperer. And if we kill the Ornithopter, are they going to quit? We'll see. We've slowed them down quite a bit. I suppose you could say we were very lucky. We were ever so lucky. And they're not going to like our following turn of Invoke Despair. And then we get to look in their hand with the Elspeth's Nightmare as well. Oh, this is a meanie hand. And they're going to... Oh, please don't kill the key. Oh, nuts. Okay, so now we can't use a Time Warp. That's a bit of a shame. But we do get to get... we'll go for the gate, because that's a tap land. We don't want to draw into a tap land. And what have we got? Finale. Well, that's going away. That's game-ending card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we'll just go for the Invoke Despair. Lol. Lol. The irony that they could discard the Leyline, which is something we could have killed anyway. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can go for the Valki next turn. Leyline. Sure thing. Exile the graveyard. And yes, we shall go for Tibalt here. I keep saying Valki, but I mean Tibalt is the better side, obviously. Exile top cards. And yeah, let's see if the red-green deck can deal 7 damage haste with only 4 mana out. I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying it's probably going to be a bit tricky. Destiny Spinner. So, what do we want to do? Maybe we want to just exile this, because she can make more creatures overall. Wow, we could even cast it ourselves if we want to, but I'd rather just discard a card. I mean, how likely are we going to get the double blue? Oh, I'm not going to. We'll just see. We'll keep it now for now. Bitter Blossom and a Destiny Spinner. That's fine. Nice. Too much pressure there, but yeah. Ah, so be careful when you have your when you have your keys. Be warned that the card you keep may not be castable. Just like in this case, when the Time Warp was stranded in our hand forever. Although we did have 1 treasure, so all we needed was 1 more blue source, and we could have actually done it. And remember, Tibalt lets you exile all graveyards and add red. And if we exiled, let's say, an Ornithopter from the graveyard, we could have cast it, got the blue source, and then eventually gone for the Time Warp. So that's very long game thinking, but it could make a difference. Okay, this is a really good hand against Demoti. I mean, it's got the removal, we've got the Shieldred, and a Chandra, again, very good against blue. But yeah, the reason I think this is very good is just because these 2 cards are literally in standard right now, and they're absolutely wrecking standard. I think everyone's kind of sick of standard right now. TBH, but yeah. You know, when I first started this channel, there was barely anybody doing Historic Brawl. It was me, especially in the UK, kind of pushing forward the Historic Brawl movement. It started with 60 cards, believe it or not, and now it's moved its way up to 100, which is really cool. But it does make me a bit sad, because when I first started this YouTube channel, I was probably the only one, or even just maybe one or two that did historic Brawl. And, you know, when you start seeing the big channels like CGB and LVD start doing it, it does make me a bit sad, because I think, you know, it used to be something special that people could come to me for, and they basically got greedy and ventured out and took more territory, which is just the way stuff works. It's just the way capitalism works. It's the way greed works. And yeah, I just I wanted to be an alternative standard, but that's my standard rant, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It's my channel's been doing okay lately. It's just very difficult to gain so many viewers as they have. Do we just kill the emoji? Stop them. Would I go for the invoke and wait for them to cascade into something else? Not sure. Not sure. I guess we go for invoke because it gives us the most efficiency, right? But yes, the channel, I think the channel's doing okay, but I could always get more views. If you look at how many views the bigger channels get, it's pretty nice. And I'm certainly, you know, very slowly working my way there. But yeah, if you ever want to support the channel, I'd really appreciate if you looked in my description box below. And there you can see a Patreon link and a Ko-fi link. I know I say it a lot, but it's the only way to really help push past the YouTube kind of tax, basically. Because YouTube takes, believe it or not, I think they take like 50% cut. I know it's, you know, it's a free platform to upload stuff, but I do all the work. I film, I make the decks, I edit everything. I upload all in my own time. So, you know, it's a lot of work. 3 damage to each non-elemental. I think that works pretty nicely. Okay. But yeah, any donations are always grateful. I'm always grateful for. So, you know, anyone who has donated in the past, really appreciate that. But, you know, this game doing pretty well so far. Even we've only, you know, cast 2 or 3 spells. The emoji now costing 9 is pretty good. Although then they now have access to 6, 7, 8, 9 mana, which is a big amount. You know, it's almost omniscience levels. So who knows what's in the deck? There could be anything from Ulamog, X spells. They're going to go for emoji again. Hopefully they get a crappy card again. And it's going to be a Palladium Mirror. Yeah. I saw that from a glimpse, by the way. Because my visual acuity for this game is pretty damn good. They're going to... Okay. So we could just minus again and just kill all their things, which could be nice. Or we could go for Khan's Bastion, proliferate, and then do it. But yeah, I think I don't want to be greedy. And let's just get rid of both of those. And then we can maybe start applying more pressure with other things. So that's pretty cool. And then maybe we can use the Valki to exile the Everflame. It's not a fantastic hit, but it does slow them down a bit. Especially given that it's 11 mana for their commander now. And they only have 7. And our hand's pretty good for other things as well. Got a nice kill spell for something scary. Again, if it's Ulamog, I don't know what we'll do. We'll have to get Tibalt out again. But Palaka Worm, not what I expected. That is not what I expected. Old school rare. This is uncommon now. Portal to Phyrexia. Well, we may... Wait, how much mana have we got? 4, 5, 8. Only 8. Okie dokie. So what do they get if this dies? Draws a card. Right, let's get rid of this gigantic worm. Draw a card. Okie dokie. So the portal to Phyrexia is going to be nice when they have lots more creatures, obviously. And then let's go for the Chandra. And then we've got 2 black sources left, so we can just uptick and then go for the Shieldred. Pretty insane. And oh, baby, getting to kill an Emoti. That feels fantastic. Awesome. We get to go first with a really powerful starting hand. The Strike It Rich and the Mind Stone allow us to do a bit of ramping. But I still think I want to go for the Canyon Slab first because it's a tap land. Get that out of the way. And then hopefully maybe cast a Polluted Bonds if it doesn't get Thought Seized. The Pendragon Besieged might not be very good here because I don't have too many creatures, but we shall see. But yeah, Polluted Bonds, if you haven't seen, whenever an opponent... Well, whenever land enters the battlefield under opponent's control, they lose 2 and we gain 2. So that's going to be pretty nice, especially because the Vraska cannot kill it. Ooh, Phyrexian Arena. We do not want that to get killed by Vraska. Really? But I guess we'll cast it out. They only have 2 mana out, so they shouldn't have Vraska. Oh, interesting. The Bowmasters versus the Arena. Interesting timing there. They should have probably done it end of turn. But it's not really going to matter here. It will be hurting us in our next turn, though. Liliana of the Veil. Oh, my goodness. This is going to get really bad. So they're going to make us discard. Although now Pendragon Besieged. Choose creature with the least toughness. Especially gets -1/-1. Ah, that's kind of annoying. That's really made things annoying. Discard a card. I guess we'll get rid of the polluted bonds here, sadly. And yeah, we will just kill the Bowmasters. Otherwise, they're going to keep dealing damage to us and then keep making a bigger army. Okay. Annoyingly, we got the Elders Reborn, which means they're going to sack the Orc army. Not sure what to do here. If we go for Pendragon, when an opponent controls no creatures, sacrifice this. Okay. I think we're just going to go for Strike It Rich. And then, yeah, we'll just see what happens. Liliana is going to be very annoying, especially because we don't have the removal for it. Each player discards a card. Well, I think the Pendragon's going to go then.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Maybe it was a mistake to discard the Fatal Push, because Pendragon would have actually killed both of their things, but... Oh, and now probably Vraska's going to kill the Arena as well.
Your life's about to end. Hope you're ready.
They're going to go for the Mind Stone. I guess we'll just draw a card. I think that was a wrong choice. Maybe go for the Arena instead. Although maybe they don't have the answer for the Valki. Land and Worn Power Stone. Cruelty of Gix. Yeah, I guess this could be good. Just look in their hand, see what we're dealing with here, and then we can maybe tutor for something. Oh, Liliana and a Vorinclex. I think we'll get rid of the Liliana. If they hit a land, that means they're going to go for the Vorinclex, but yeah, I'm just kind of banking on the fact they don't do that here. And also, they want to take up the Liliana. This is really going to suck, isn't it? Because Liliana's going to be on ultimate next turn. Unless we get a removal spell with the Cruelty of Gix. Yeah, we're going to need a removal spell here. So we're very lucky that we got the Cruelty of Gix. They're going to get 2 lands, which annoyingly fills their hand. So the Liliana can discard one of those instead of a valuable card. We'll have to deal with the Vorinclex later. Waste not. And an Invasion of Asgol. Oh, that's good. So what can deal with Planeswalker? 5 damage to each up to 2 targets. So we could deal 5 to there. It's just 5 though. If we went for the Invoke Despair, then that means they would just sacrifice the Vraska. How the heck do we deal with 5, 6? I guess we just go for... If we went for Angrath, we can make him sack a Planeswalker, and then an Invasion of Asgol, we can do the same. Oh no, actually, we're just going to get rid of the... We're just going to go for the... what do you call it? The Bedevil, I think. Yeah. So that's just going to win the game, dividing our permanents into 2.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
And then they get to choose here. But if they lose the Vraska or the Vorinclex, I'm pretty happy about that. Really? They lose the Vraska, okay. And then the Cruelty of Gix lets us return a creature card from a graveyard. So there's a Grizzlebrand in the graveyard. Ah, they're scared of that going off. Okay, fine. Well, feel like we're still going to die anyway, unless we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are they going to play the Tangled? Oh, yet again, another way to stop the Eldest Reborn going off. But we do now have the Valki. So we're going to do this to exile the Vorinclex. But we are losing life. Get rid of the Vorinclex forever. So now, interestingly, if they do go for the Vraska and kill the arena, they're going to be saving us. But yeah, I wish we just drew a few more removal spells that didn't just say sack, because they just got so much like residual crap. Grim Tutor, oh no, they're probably going to get a removal spell here. Or a way to deal 8 damage to us directly. Either way, it's not going to be good. 4 mana. Is it a kill spell? Interesting. Right, so let's exile the top card. Something with life would be nice. Shieldred and a land. Okay, well, we got a land drop. Eldest Reborn could get back any of those things, really, couldn't it? I think we'll go for the Eldest Reborn. Because then eventually we can get back Grizzlebrand, perhaps? We'll see. I'm scared of what that is. Although we have got a lot of cards to discard if it is what I think it is. Breach the Multiverse. So they're going to get 2 creatures and or planeswalkers from graveyards. They didn't get anything from us. But from them, they're going to have so many options. Liliana.
I do hope you make this battle exciting for me.
Wait, did... Oh, I see. For each player, choose one. Right, okay, fine. Let's kill that. They are going to draw a card with the Liliana here, but I want to get rid of stuff. Because now we have the Shieldred, we can make them sack the Liliana again. So I think, we're in a fantastic position. We make them discard. And yeah, we're in a fantastic position here. Oh, Soren can start making lifelinkers, which is going to be nice. Get rid of the Lily. I wonder if they search for the multiverse card. Probably, right? Although I'm not sure if that was really saved them that much. I definitely don't want to go for Black Market Connections, because that's going to murder us. So I go for the Ragavan. If we go for Ragavan with Dash, we get to create a treasure for the following turn. And then it comes back to our hand, which can be nice because it's something else to discard, because I'm really terrified if they have... Oh, Agonizing Remorse. Okay, let's see what's in their hand. This could save us. Battering Augur. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Down to 5. Okay. Fingers crossed they can't deal the 5 damage to us. And also Shieldred can flip as well, because they have 22 cards in the graveyard. So if this flips, we get to resurrect something eventually. All of the things, actually. And also the Eldest Reborn can... Okay, they just got Casualties of War. What the actual F? That is top deck of the frigging century. Okay, down to 4. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty salty about that.
Out of my way. I have a way to
That is pretty annoying.
deal with my servant. I'm busy.
Let's go for the Ragavan again. No dash. Okay. Frigging hell. Casualties top deck. So that 1 casualties. God, that killed a lot of stuff. They're going to kill the lifelinker, aren't they? Yeah, of course they are.
Step aside or be
So we'll kill the Vraska in return. Jeez, we are really risking it here. We're going to have 3 life in our turn.
carve it out of existence.
So we're going to have to kill this guy off in order to make another lifelinker. How much is she, though? Can't even... Ugh. How are we going to do this? Our Phyrexian Arena is just going to kill us, isn't it? Come on, lifelink. Down to 3. Sure thing. So we're going to kill this off.
Darkness,
We really need this to survive here.
I bring my own army.
And, well, we'll see what we get to play.
It won't help.
Next turn, maybe. Final grass. Another black market connections. Well, I definitely won't be playing these black market connections, that's for sure. As if we've got 2 of them. Freaking hell. 8 mana, so they can just play Vraska and then kill our lifelinker again. God damn it. Lucky SOBs.
Time to step out of the shadows.
Okay, so we've got 2 turns left to do something.
They vanish
Seize the
over
spoils and a duress. Okay. Right, well, let's see what we get then. Loads of hand removal.
I'm not nice.
Guess we go for the waste knot here. We'll discard the black market connections. Invoke despair. Exile all graveyards and then gain. Okay, so we could literally use his ultimate in the following turn. And do we just probably just go for invoke despair here? Okay. They still have a card in the hand, so go for the duress. Oh my goodness, invoke despair. Okay, that was lucky. Liliana. And I guess we'll just attack them. So we are cutting it really close here. Focusing Flesh Gorger, that's got lifelink. Okay. That was a pretty lucky top deck from the Ragavan there. Do we have a way to sustain ourselves? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my goodness, that lifelink. Sack to draw a card. I'm terrified. What do they do? How that deals 1 damage? Oh my goodness, that was so freaking close. We would have died. But yeah, in our next turn, we could have ultimated Tibalt, exiled all graveyards, and then recast anything because he lets us cast spells that he's exiled. So we could have done starting again. That would have been too slow. What other life gain was there? There wasn't really. I guess Grizzlebrand, but no haste. So yeah. We literally got, I think without the Scourger, we would have died. So this is a really interesting deck because you get to pick 1 of 2 sides to play. Most of the time, you do want to go for the Tibalt Cosmic Imposter side, just because it's more impactful. It affects the field greatly, and it gives you loads of advantage. Exiling things with Tibalt means you can then play them later on. So that's why it's -8 is pretty crazy. Exile all graveyards and add triple red. You can cast something. And you can just continuously cast off as long as he stays alive. Now, the fact he's 7 mana is a bit of a hindrance, but when he comes down, he can get rid of something, which is pretty effective. He's not as strong as I initially thought, just because the new 7 mana Kaya kind of does this, and a bit better because she has hexproof, which makes her slightly better in that regard. But Tibalt is interesting, and that's what makes it more usable, I think, because you can do a lot more interesting things with him. Valki comes down and it can become a copy of something that it exiles from your opponent's hand later on, so that's interesting as well. So there's 2 routes to go here, but I'm going to be focusing on the Tibalt side. We'll only be casting Valki Heart of Lives really if we're desperate or if there's nothing else to do. So the build is a slightly super frenzy build, having some huge planeswalkers to finish the game off. Chandra Hope Speaking is something you don't see very often, but it lets you copy instants and sorceries whenever you play the first one each turn, which is really wild. So if you have her out, and you combine it with Invoke Despair, you're going to get 2 Invoke Despairs off, which is going to be absolutely wild. Every time you cast or copy spells as well, Professor Onyx is going to be draining for 2, so she's an absolute powerhouse in this deck, which features loads of spells. Chandra Awakened Inferno is a nice way to do with counter spells, because this deck does face the wrath of mono of tier 1 and higher, even Hellq decks. So having ways to stop control is going to be really powerful, and that's why the deck has so many interactive spells early on to disrupt your opponent's hand. We've got the Thoughtseize, Mind Spike, Inquisition, and Duress to look in our opponent's hands and get rid of any pesky counter spells which run rampant in the format. Early game is a bit weak for us, but that's why I've got a Ragavan in here just to apply some pressure. The Bitter Blossom can take over the game early as well if they don't deal with it. Orcish Bowmasters is a known quantity here, can do loads of damage to your opponent who likes to draw lots of cards. And we've got Crocs as well to apply pressure, makes them discard cards. Whilst we make them discard cards, we also have the Waste Knot to take advantage of that effect. Tiny Bones as well lets us draw cards. And yeah, it's a pretty strong control build, essentially. And Rakdos features a lot of the greatest hits that you've seen before. You know, One Ring, Key to the Archive. And we have quite a few Planeswalkers as well to pad out the deck because creatures wasn't what I was aiming for this build. But we're even using the Davriel, which is absolutely toxic, horrible design. Makes basically emblems every single turn, which is just absurd. But if you want to see the deck list, check it out in the description below. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. You can support me by becoming a patron, looking in the link below. Support me that way, or you can donate any amount via Ko-fi. So please donate, because YouTube does not pay very much. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.